Welcome.
You are watching Line Screw 1.
Plenty of residents in southern BC are digging out this morning after a major snowstorm that turned the roads into a wintry mess. At one point, the Trans-Canada Highway through North Vancouver resembled a parking lot. A semi-truck crashed on its side, several cars spun out. Many drivers abandoned their vehicles, while some people found more creative ways to get around impassable streets. With me now from the airport is Corey Malone. His plane has just started to let passengers off after spending 12 hours on the tarmac.
Some passengers say they've been stuck at Vancouver Airport for days. Hundreds of flights had already been canceled for Sunday and Monday before the storm hit yesterday.
Jessica, I understand that you were on your way to Toronto and you just got off the plane after spending 12 hours on it.
Well, hello tubers, hope you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy YouTube universe. Figured I would do an update on this Snowmageddon that has been hitting Vancouver. All sorts of crazy stuff going on here in Vancouver. Now you'd think a Canadian city, such as Vancouver, would be ready for the winter. But the problem is, too many of the businesses and people that live here, they somehow think Vancouver is San Francisco when it is not. So a lot of the people here are just not ready. Most of the people that own cars do not have snow tires on. I have 4 snow tires on my car, so I'm having no problem getting around. And even with snow tires, things are not perfect, but the big thing has been not only the traffic, but people's pipes freezing up. Luckily, I've not frozen up at all. But, even people in their homes, they've had burst pipes. I personally got a text from somebody who said, "Hey, look at my pipes, they're dripping." And I go, "Oh, you know what that means? You got a burst pipe, and what you're going to have to do is turn your water off because as soon as that line melts, it's not just going to drip, it's going to flow, and it's going to destroy stuff." So they got the work ahead cut out for them. And Vancouver Airport, being that it is just before Christmas, we got a lot of travelers. And Vancouver Airport is a very beautiful airport. It's won many, many awards as one of the best North American airports by Skytrax many years in a row. And it honestly, not just because I live here, but it is one of my favorite airports only because of its size and amenities. But man, anybody trying to fly in or out, forget about it. Right now, Vancouver Airport has decided that no more international flights in or out for 2 days. They got hit pretty hard starting Monday night, primarily because as the flights were coming in, there was so many planes that were already left at the gates abandoned, and they didn't have slots to let people get off their actual planes. So there were people sitting in the tarmac on the plane just idling for 7, 8, even up to 12 hours. And you can imagine how insanely frustrating that would be for anybody. It was so bad that many of the planes had to be refueled so they could keep the engines idling to keep the heat on. And then when you compound the fact that, flight crews, they bump the clock in terms of how many hours they can fly, and it had a cascading effect. And then, the delays of the de-icing and things like that. It's just a complete madness at the airport. Glad I'm not flying out of Vancouver Airport, even though I am going away, but I'm going to drive where I'm going. And then I think by Christmas Day, everything is going to start to melt, and it'll be a slushy mess. So yeah, it's just crazy, the amount of people here that are not ready, and the amount of businesses that I guess they just don't want to spend as much money on infrastructure to be ready. Northern airports like Yellowknife or Whitehorse, they're used to it. Of course, they also don't have the same traffic volume that airports like Vancouver does, but I don't know, they could probably learn a lot from the Edmonton airport because they get hit by a lot of snow and they got a fair bit of traffic. So I don't know. It's just been complete chaos, but I'm doing fine. I've spent the money and time to prepare. I'm flushing the toilet with windshield washer antifreeze so that my tanks don't burst. And then hopefully by, Saturday or something, I can dump the tanks. So actually, I won't even be here, I don't think. But At some point, I'm gonna dump the tanks after it melts, because I just checked the valves and the valves are frozen. So there ain't no dumping going on right now, but I still have lots of room in my tank. So I'm doing just fine. So I figured I would just share some of these crazy little stories and updates and a little drive around, because I had to get more windshield washer fluid and do a few things. So yeah, that's pretty much how my day looks as I prepare for Christmas here. So I'll leave you with a little driving around here and a little bit of Christmas music, and hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. Over and out.
A sunny day, but it's cold outside. It tingles in my heart. Breathing air that clears my mind. I'm all for a good start. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. I'm walking around making small talk with people that pass me by. I share a laugh, it gives me joy that everyone's having a good time. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. No, it's the time of year, winter wonderland. My winter wonderland. It's the time of year, my winter wonderland, my winter wonderland. I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. Can go to figure out what we've done, what we need to do. Yeah, I got you, I got you, I got you.